What's going on guys, Reisshub back with another video, and in this video I'm going over what I believe is the most underrated mechanic in Fortnite right now. I call this double piece control, but I'm sure you can come up with something a little bit more creative than I have. Please like the video if you haven't already, and subscribe, I would really appreciate it. Okay, so what is double piece control? To clearly explain what it is, I'm going to give you the first example that everyone uses in their gameplay, and that is cone flooring opponents. When you cone floor an opponent, you put both the floor and the cone over the top of them, as this gives you 2 layers of protection. You can then edit through both of these build pieces and the opponent can't do anything. If you only place the cone, the opponent will be able to place a floor and block you, so you then have to break that and replace that, wasting you loads of time. If you only place the floor, they may place a cone, blocking you similarly. You would never just place a cone, edit it, then place a floor, and then edit through it. And you can think about this as the same process as when you're doing a Mongol Classic. You take the wall, you edit the wall, then you place the ramp, then you edit the ramp. It's place build piece 1, edit build piece 1. Place build piece 2, edit build piece 2. However, this example that we're talking about here with the floor cone is build both of these pieces at the same time and then edit them both, and then you're going to have your shotgun out ready to take a shot on your opponent. So this is what I call double piece control. So let's take a look at an example when an opponent is on the same layer as you. So first you can see here, if I place the wall, I can edit through it and place a cone underneath. However, between taking up my shotgun and placing the cone, there's a little bit of a delay. So instead, from the majority of angles, in particular when you have a right hand peek across the box that you're looking for, you can just place the cone first and then the wall. You can then edit through the wall and you'll already have your shotgun out, so this minimizes the delay between placing the builds and taking your shotgun out and shooting your opponents. So obviously sliding this cone into an opponent's box like this is a really great way to ensure that they aren't able to block their back with a ramp or place their own cone in it and edit it to block your shot. This gives you full piece control and makes it really easy for you to take damage off on your opponents. And if you're thinking here, you've only placed a cone and then a wall in front of that, what about the other build pieces? After you've shot, you can then place a cone and box the opponent up just the same as if you're going to do it all in one sequence in the other way. So it's much more efficient overall. So here's a few great examples of how to use this exact same thing. If you're in front of a box being aggressive and you notice that an opponent is going to edit out one of the walls, this is where you can use this muscle memory. You can place the cone and then the wall, edit through, take a shot, box them up and kill them pretty easily from this right hand peek this way. If you're playing defensively, you can do the same thing. You can come out of the side of your box, place a cone on top of the box where the opponent is ramped on, place a wall in front of you, edit through and get a great shot off on them this way. This works if you're in a 1x1 or if you're in a 2x1. This is particularly good when you're in a 2x1 and the player goes to the end, which is a great way to counter a player in the 2x1. You can still edit out the side of your box, cone them, place the wall in front of them, edit through, and get a nice shot off them from a right hand peek this way. Another way that you can use this defensively is that once you've put a ramp in your box, you can do a peanut butter edit on the right hand wall here. Then you can place the cone in a diagonal to your box and the wall in front of it, edit the wall and then take a shot. You can then either block your opponent's shot by a scroll wheel resetting the wall there to block them coming through, or if you're on controller, it's probably easier to place a ramp in this box to stop your opponent getting through there. Just remember, if you're going to try and reset the wall that you've peanut butter edited through, you're going to have to do the awkward selection where you open your build menu, take the wall out and then reset it this way, just because it's awkward to select with the peanut butter edit from this angle. Probably the most common way that you'll see the cone inside the box, then the wall being used, is when you're wall replacing, and a lot of players are doing this, and I've also done a video on this previously. I think in my QJappy video, I cover how to place the cone into the box while you're wall replacing. If you're fast enough, you can actually place the cone in the box and grab the wall at the exact same time. This is because there's a 0.15 delay on turbo build, so as long as you place the cone in that time period and also place your wall, you'll still have a chance to get the wall from the opponent, meaning that you can get 2 build pieces at once. This is still underutilized in my own opinion, and I think this is one of the best ways for you to confuse an opponent, in particular if you're on higher ping, because you can just slide cones and ramps into opponents' boxes this way. But still, think about this and use this in your gameplay. But what are some other ways that you can do the exact same thing? Well, you can do the same thing while you're replacing a floor from above. See in the example here that I'm replacing the floor as we go, but you can either slide a ramp or a cone into the opponent's box at the same time as replacing the floor. Now you want to be careful depending on where your opponent's standing, because if your opponent's standing at the back, you can place a ramp over and this will block him. However, if he's smart, he'll just edit straight down and get out. So if you're going to be placing a ramp, you need to be able to edit the floor and then also the ramp really quickly to ensure that you can get the shot off on your opponent. So the other alternative is to place a cone in the box, which prevents them editing out. However, it does allow them to edit out of a wall of the box instead, which means you're going to have to be really fast at taking a shot on your opponent this way. In all honesty though, if you manage to slide the cone into the box and replace the floor and edit it open quickly, a lot of times when you put a cone in these players' boxes, they're going to be so confused immediately, and it allows you to get that shot off, reset the floor, and get away from them without them even being able to react. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned a lot. If you think of any other examples, let me know in the comments down below, because this is something I'm really trying to expand upon and it's a really useful muscle memory to use. Please like the video if you liked the video, and please subscribe if you aren't already. Catch you later. Peace.